Hello, everybody. So today we're going to talk about something simple, but very important. We're going to talk about two simple tools that you can use for trading that pretty much every platform has, and that is the stop loss and take profit. So let's get right into it. I'm here on Etoro. I'm using Etoro because it's an easy platform to use. It's really great for beginners. I mean, you have so we've checked the chart, we've had a look, and we thought, oh yeah, this is kind of a good time to buy. It's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band here. It's kind of in the middle of the RSI. It's not perfect with the RSI, but it looks like a reasonably good time to buy. And so we go over to trade. We press this big blue button here. Gotta love these blue buttons. And then we say how many units we want to buy. Oh, okay. So you can put an order in. So we can say that we actually want to buy Bitcoin when it was at 50,000, right? And we want to buy $100 worth. For some reason with Bitcoin, with some of the assets out there, you'll be able to see at the bottom here. I'll show you in a minute the stop loss and take profit, but for crypto it doesn't seem to do that. So let's just quickly buy it. I think from experience I know. So I'm setting an order at the moment. We're not going to buy it at that. Let's do a trade at market. So we're getting the market value. Let's put $100 in, and we're gonna buy at 50,580. Okay, so we put in so far we've actually put in a excuse the cat, I'm sorry about this. We managed to put in a buy action for Bitcoins at 50,000 for $100. And we've also actually bought at market. So we've actually got some Bitcoins right now. You can see here. So we'll go in here and we'll have a look at the trade. If I click here, yes, and I click here. Here we are, and fine. And for some reason, don't know why eToro does this, but it gives me the option now to be able to put a take profit and stop loss. So let's edit this. So we want to put in a take profit of say when Bitcoin, so you can swap between how much money you are willing to go up or how much money you want Bitcoin to go up. So let's set it up for Bitcoin. So let's say we want to pull out when Bitcoin is at 51,000 101. Right. So we're putting in this amount because you never want to be putting in a round number. Now, what take profit basically does is that so you can see that we'll be able to gain $1 for 2 cents on that for $100 investment. So that what essentially this does is that as soon as this value up here, the 50,290 now, as soon as that reaches 51,111, then it will close the trade. And what closing the trade means is that it will sell your Bitcoins back in at market price, whatever that market price is. So because it's selling at market, it could reach this target with the general with the amount. But if you've watched the video on the stock exchange, you will know that it may not actually, you may not get this price. It might go down after the take profit action has been enabled and your trade has been closed. It will go to market to be sold at market value, and perhaps you will sell it less than this price. Or what's most likely going to happen is, because you probably were most likely getting on an uptrend, and when it's the take profit comes through, so then you will be selling above this amount. So that's because it takes some time for it to actually go from eToro and say close. First, Etoro will look within Etoro to see if everybody else wants to buy your Bitcoins. And if nobody wants to buy here, then it will go to an exchange to find someone. And the same with stop loss, right? So we've taken care of the amount of profits, the limit, we put a ceiling on the amount of profits we want to have. So we want to do the same for the amount of loss. So say if we have, so how much would you like these Bitcoins to go down? So we would have to put a lower value than what the Bitcoins are currently set at. So say we want to have it at 49,520, just so it's not a number. So you can see that when the Bitcoins will, oh, no, what's happened here? Okay, so it looks like it can't go any lower than 25% of the position. So true. Let's put 47,620. Since I'm mostly investing at the moment, I haven't really been playing around with the stop loss so much. Stop loss and take profit, of course, is very good for trading. Not so good for investments, because you want to just invest and leave it, of course, over a long period of time. So it looks like I can only do it 25% less than a position, which is will obviously for $100. That's the reason why I put in $100, because $100, 100%. So 25% of $100 is obviously $25, and when your equity put into the Bitcoin, which would be $100, is reduced by $25. Once it hits that mark, it will take your trade out, so you won't lose any more. Now, your take profit should always be higher than your stop loss. So say we'll put 58,222, because you see it's still not much. All right, let's put 82,540. Random number, very random. Here we are. So you always want your take profit to be higher than your stop loss, because of course if you're doing a whole number of trades and if you're going to be losing most of your trades and you're going to be winning those couple, you still want to be winning overall. You still want to be in the green, and therefore your take profit should always, you should be confident in knowing that your take profit will be more than your stop loss. If you do the maths and be able to calculate how much your take profit should be, so say if it's like your stop loss is a third of your take profit, that would mean that if you wanting to trade, you could lose 2 out of 3 times and you will still be in profit, as long as that time that you did win and it hit your take profit. If you're just purely trading on stop loss and take profit, and you did win that one time with the take profit, then you will be able to still be balanced out if you were winning 1 out of 3 trades. So we'll do that. This is obviously not accurate with the figures that I'm putting in at the moment, but let's so then we can just put an update on here. And now we have the stop loss and the take profit triggered, which means that as soon as it reaches any of those values, then that will mean it will pull out, or it will pull out at that profit, or will take out on that stop loss. If we go in again and we go, let's have a look at the stop loss. There's also this option called a trailing stop loss. Now this is supposed to, I have experimented with this and it doesn't always seem to be this way, but if I actually put this on, it would mean that as the value of the Bitcoin goes up, the stop loss will go with it. So it will be always set at minus $25 regardless. So if this starts going into profit, starts going green, and we're going like, I don't know, the equity starts begins at $100 and starts going $120, 130, 140, 150, maybe $200, it would mean that if it's set at $200 and the market starts going down, then as soon as it starts going to getting to the point of an equity of $175, $25 less than $200, then it will trigger your stop loss because you put a trading stop loss on. That is how it's meant to work. But I'm sure there's reasons why I haven't fully managed to get it to work. I'm sure there's other. It's a complicated thing because I think they also take into account if there's any sharp movements in the market. If it's just gone down slightly, then maybe the trading stop loss will actually go with it as it goes down slightly. I'm not quite sure, but it's not always worked perfectly, and I'm not quite sure why. But you'll be able to see the stop loss changing over time if you've got this selected. Sometimes I actually use the trailing stop loss as a take profit. I don't even use take profit. I use the trailing stop loss because I know the graph is going to go up. The trade is going to go up, and then as soon as it starts coming down, that's when I want to take my trade out. So if you're using that sort of strategy, a trading stop loss can be a good way of using that strategy. These two simple methods of being able to close your trade at a certain moment means that you won't have to watch your trade all the time. And that's pretty much the stop loss and the take profit. But let's have a quick look at Binance here, because Binance is a little more complicated. Because we know that in Binance it's an exchange. It's not a broker. And you would think with it being an exchange, you'd only have two options of being able to send limit orders, which basically essentially saying I want to buy at this price and the amount, or you want to actually buy and sell at market, which is basically meaning whatever's on the top of these lists, which you can actually see in the video that's talking about the order book and Binance. But then you've got these other options, these tools over here. You can see if I hover over this eye here, you have two tools called Stop Limit and OCO. Of course, you can watch the videos in here. If you just go up here, you've got a spot tutorial. You can watch the videos on it. If you go into Binance, if you want to start using Binance heavily. But they also have what's called Stop Limit. So then you can say how much further down you want it to go and how much you want to buy. And you've got something else here. So of course you've got the stop limit. So that will be able to put stop loss on. But what about the take profit? And then you have the OCO, which I believe is the I really haven't used Binance so much, so I really don't know. But and I haven't really haven't played with OCO at all. I've basically used Binance for investments and never really traded with it. But it seems like it's really powerful to be able to trade. And you can put your stop loss in and the amount of AD you want, and also the price in. It looks like that's the price in which you want to sell. But don't quote me on that. You can actually watch the videos that Binance gives you. There is a lot of there's a lot of videos in Binance that can help you with using that platform. It's very good. Anyway, that's pretty much everything, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And give me a like and give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you wanted to know more. And these are just some little snippets of information. I'm soon wanting to make the videos where we will actually be doing something, and you'll be watching me live doing something on this channel. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one, and I hope you enjoyed this video.